We are in the midst of an international break, a time where it can be pretty boring for us Celtic fans. However, in today's video, we still do have some Celtic news to discuss, as we have a bit on Hatate, Glasgow Derby and some other bits and pieces. But first, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Celtic content. Despite Celtic's 1-0 triumph at Ibrox, post-match discussions have revolved around controversial VAR decisions rather than the gameplay itself. One of the contentious decisions saw Rangers' goal where Dessers dispossessed Celtic's Lega Bilk to assist Kemar Roofe, disallowed by VAR. While the on-field referee didn't initially spot the foul on Lega Bilk, VAR intervened to rule the goal out. In the aftermath, the decision has polarised opinions. Some pundits controversially suggest that the rulebook should have been bypassed and the goal should have been allowed to stand. However, an incident that hasn't gained much traction is a potential penalty scenario involving Celtic's Kyogo. Post his missed chance and with the score still 0-0, Rangers' goalkeeper Jack Butland appeared to push Kyogo to the ground with both hands while the ball was still in play. Speaking about the incident, pundit Mark Wilson stated on Collide 1, "So Kyogo obviously runs through and goal, he beats Butland but Kyogo gets up. Kinda stumbling, Butland gets up and pushes Kyogo two-handed into the 6-yard box. I've got to say, he can't just push a player like that when the ball is actively in play in the box. There's a good argument if the referee had saw that. The ball was actively in play and Kyogo could have come active again if the ball had rebounded back to him or someone, but he's been pushed to the ground." Given that Rangers are reportedly lodging a complaint with the SFA about the VAR decision, Celtic might have grounds to question how VAR overlooked the Butland-Kyogo incident. Despite the controversy, the final whistle saw Celtic emerge as deserving 1-0 victors. Last season, as Celtic were on the verge of securing the treble, the prospect of commencing their defence without the influence of both manager Ange Postecoglou and star winger Jota seemed unthinkable. However, the landscape changed rapidly. Shortly after Postecoglou's move to Spurs became official, Jota took a new path, finalising a substantial £25 million transfer to Saudi Arabia. Life in the Middle East hasn't been straightforward for Jota. The winger has frequently found himself relegated to the bench, and whispers regarding his future have intensified. Interestingly, as the transfer window drew to a close, Postecoglou, now at Spurs, was alerted to Jota's possible availability, Graham Bailey told the Talking Transfers podcast. Yet, he chose to prioritise a £47.5 million acquisition of Brennan Johnson. The coming months promise to be intriguing for Jota. With the transfer window of his most likely destinations closed, any potential move will be postponed, at the very least, till January. Given Al Ittihad's stance, a loan move within the Saudi Pro League seems off the cards. Celtic fans shouldn't be worried that Hatate has not put a pen to paper on a new contract yet. Speaking exclusively to Football Insider, former hoop striker Frank McAvenny insisted Hatate will stay at Parkhead at least until the end of the current campaign. The 24-year-old's current contract at the club runs until 2026, after he joined last January. According to a journalist, Anthony Joseph, the Celts have opened talks with the midfielder over an extension, but Hatate has rejected the first offer from the club. The Japan international was keen to wait until the transfer window closed last week to continue negotiations with the club. Hatate has been on the sidelines for the Hoops since he picked up a calf injury in the 3-1 win over Aberdeen on the 13th of August and missed Sunday's 1-0 win over Rangers. McAvenny urged fans not to panic over Hatate's future and insisted he's committed to the club for the season. "We have gotten contract until 2026. There is another 3 years left on his contract," he told Football Insider. "I would be more concerned if he did not want to continue talks and wanted to walk away now. He is a professional and he wants to play football. They just need to get him back in the team now." Liam Scales has earned a coveted spot in the SPFL's Team of the Week. This recognition was perhaps unexpected for the Irish defender, given that many anticipated his exit from Celtic during the summer transfer window. However, injuries to Cameron Carter-Vickers, Milwaukee and Kobayashi necessitated Brendan Rodgers to lean on Scales. It's worth noting that Scales spent a fruitful season at Aberdeen on loan last year, facing Rangers both at Ibrox and Pittodrie, hence his inclusion in the derby didn't seem to be risky for those familiar with his prior performances. In the match, Scales did not meet expectations, he exceeded them. Despite the intense atmosphere, he delivered an exemplary performance, winning the Man of the Match award, a prediction few would have made prior to the game. Scales was actively involved throughout, playing the entire match duration. His commendable area prowess, coupled with his defensive capabilities, were evident on the pitch. While Scales was Celtic's sole representative in the SPFL Team of the Week, due to the rule allowing only one player from each club, his brilliant display didn't secure him the Starman title. That honour went to Ross County's Ross Laidlaw. Timing is everything. 2 days after Rangers' defeat to Celtic, Ibrox striker Kemar Roofe decided to post a picture of himself scoring the disallowed goal. Whilst players often share on-field moments with their followers, Roofe's decision to do so after a loss to the arch rivals has raised more than a few eyebrows. Not only does it come across as tone deaf, but it also seems to have struck a nerve of the Gers fans, many of whom are urging him to take the post down. Given the circumstances, a 1-0 defeat that puts Celtic 4 points clear at the top of the table, the post seems ill-advised at best. The reactions to Roofe's post have been overwhelmingly negative from his own support. Whilst Roofe was busy posting pictures, the Celtic players not on international break are enjoying a few well-earned days off before they get back to training. Celtic's win at Ibrox was a statement of intent, a clear signal that they are the team to beat the season. Rangers, on the other hand, seem to be grappling with internal and external distractions, from writing letters to the SFA to dealing with poorly timed social media posts. As the season progresses, one can't help but wonder if these distractions will continue. Andy Walker has lauded the big mentality of Celtic star Kyogo after he scored yet another goal against Rangers. That was proven when the alert and quick-thinking Japan star got in between Rangers' puzzle defence and fired a first-time shot past the helpless Jack Butland. It's Kyogo's 6th goal in 10 games against Rangers, and with a trip to Parkhead for the under-fire Michael Bill coming up before the end of the year, it wouldn't be a surprise if that tally is increased. That's why it's difficult not to love the player, as Trevor Sinclair stated. Either way, the Glasgow Derby is the ultimate test for any Celtic or Rangers player, and as Walker suggested, Kyogo has proven that his mindset is unmatched. It only takes a moment, and he is someone who's got a big mentality for that game, said Walker. 5 goals against Rangers last season, and he is already up and running now. Double figures incoming for Kyogo versus Rangers. With that new contract signed, Celtic fans are going to enjoy the qualities of Kyogo for a little while yet. He scored 5 against Rangers last season, and given that he is already up and running, then there is no reason why he can't match or better that tally again this season. Either way, by the time Kyogo is finished, he is, without a doubt, hitting double figures in the Glasgow derbies. Celtic fans, what do you make of Hatate, and do you see him staying at the club long term? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Remember, we have released our brand new Celtic t-shirts. We have a Brendan Rodgers Pope t-shirt and our Celtic Ultra t-shirts too. You can find them at celticapparel.com or just go down to the link in the description. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.